Well, hello, renegades, as I now know you are called. uh, I did a reaction to Hi Ren. My name is Ken. I'm the Renaissance Man. I'm creative in multiple things, and that's what I get called. So, anyway, I watched Hi Ren and got a huge response from all of you fans, and I truly appreciate everything. And the one that is kind of the consensus that I should do next is the Tale of Jenny and Screech and Violet, the 13-minute video. So that is what I'm going to do. I obviously really enjoyed Hi Ren. If you get a chance, go and check it out if you haven't already. One thing I will say is if you leave comments on, videos going forward, there's not much point in telling me a whole bunch of Ren's history, because on the Hi Ren video, I got a whole bunch of history from people and things about his condition. He's not schizophrenic, or the person in Hi Ren is not, that was stressed constantly. But all of that was appreciated to go ahead and give me some background on him. And I've been nothing but impressed. You all are a great fan base for him. So kudos to you. And so I'm going to try and be good at serving that fan base by doing this reaction. So I am looking forward to it. I am a huge fan of story type songs, which apparently this is. So I am going to jump in, and before I even start, okay, let me hit record on that. Have to start recording the video. Okay, before I even start, I am going to point out the fact that that guitar has seen better days. It's missing the ring around the God, why am I blanking on what the hole in the guitar is called? I don't know. I play them, and I know the name of that, and it just is eluding me. But anyway, yeah, that guitar's seen better days, but sometimes some beat up guitars make some beautiful sounds. Just ask Willie Nelson. Anyway, let's get to it and see how this goes. Before I go any further, I am going on the assumption that all of you know this song. I am reacting to the song and reacting to my thoughts in the moments. So there will be pauses. And of course, some people just want you to watch through the video, respect the flow, and just do that and then tell all your thoughts at the end. Well, I have way too many thoughts that I would forget by the end. So I stop, I move back, I watch. Luckily, some of you in the comments have said, don't apologize for that, because that's what we're here for, is to see you react to the song. So the people that just like the straight watch through, you probably won't enjoy this as much. I'm sorry. I'll try to limit them, but, and shout out to either Ren or whoever runs his copyright stuff, because I got a copyright on the first one, appealed it, and then also heard from someone from the people that work with him, and said that they would be removing the copyright and that they would do that on any video for him. And I really respect that, because it just shows that they respect their fans and know that the fans have been a lot of what drove him to being more popular on the internet, because reaction videos boosted, his exposure. So anyway, let's get going on it, and we will go. I like that.
was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet, she was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before. She wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, they walked this hooded young...
All right, and of course I'm going to back this up, but I have a few things. One thing I really liked was when he was doing the over the guitar playing. It's not, but it almost sounds like he's doing two different, you know, like the guitar is playing in a different time signature than what he's doing with his, we'll call it mouth horn. But it's just because of the picking pattern he had was almost like triplets in a way, but he was kind of just doing that in regular. I'm probably wrong about it being triplets. I'm just saying that's how it felt. I also like right away, right into the story, and the fact that he sings and then speaks parts and then goes back to singing, because to me, it conveys more feeling. Okay, I backed it up, and now we are going to go back.
London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet, she was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before. She wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain, he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech, he was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief, at 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared. Sirens sound in the distance to the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Up or go Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night.
Okay, I'm going to run it back to when he confronts her. Because I'm listening to his vocal and the guitar and trying to focus on different things. So sometimes when I run it back, it's because I'm focusing on one thing and then I want to run it back and focus on the other. So I'm really taking it in. His guitar playing is just pure mastery. The dynamics that he puts in are incredible. I like that what you get from this is, since it's a one take from what I understand, you're not going to get that metronomic, well, we'll call it metronomic feeling, because when you take the metronome out, then you're playing just with feeling. And that's what he's doing. It doesn't have to be in perfect, time like that. The more you let it breathe in and out, the more you're going to get the feel and let the scene progress. So, all right, let me see if I'm two before she came around the corner.
Their eyes they meet. Up or go Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was the quiet dark night in a...
Yeah, I want to go back on that. I want to hear his timing on it and all that. And you all, if you've watched the High Ren video, I'm just going to assume that most of you have, or that you will. You'll know the comparisons I make between Danny Elfman, Eminem, David Bowie, just not specific comparisons, just facets of what each of them do. And with Eminem, it's always the timing and the da, 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 ba, da, da, and just mixing up timing within it. It's kind of like Tool does with their timing changes. It's just that feel, and he does it brilliantly. I like the way he's looking into the camera when he's Screech. So let me run it back here a little bit because I really want to hear that again.
Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheek.
I
You
love
think
that
I
line.
don't mean it, go? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reach with the sheath of the blade,
Love
with
that.
the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete. And he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete.
Really
She's
like that.
found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Okay, that seems like a nice place to pause it there. I know he's probably about to go into something and someone will complain I paused it there, but that's okay because I want to hear what he did vocally there again. He's got such a light, when he jumps up there, it's such a light, airy, just beautiful tone. And I can see why so many of you say that he's a modern day bard, because that does kind of sum it up. So let me hear that again.
It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City.
I love the little
Jenny
accents
lay
there.
still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
That is so beautiful. And a nice chord choice there. I like just the way it fit with the other chords. Oh, so I guess it's one take for each part of the song. Pretty. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I want to stop right there because I want to go back. That's a nylon string, I'm pretty sure, again. I love the sound he gets out of that. The one thing I want to notice too is like the first take and this take, it's just all natural light. If they've got any ancillary lights to pick up in places, you're not going to notice it because it looks like they're just relying on natural light. And that makes such a big difference. It's like the difference in the Netflix show Daredevil was shot almost completely with natural lighting. And it gave it a whole different look than the rest of, that kind of TV. And this, they may have had some lights they added in here and there, but it was mostly a natural look to the lighting. This is same way, and to me it adds to the grittiness and all that, because if you had ancillary lights, filling and doing this and that, it would start to look too polished. And of course he is doing amazing things on the guitar here. Because Because he always starts out doing something that you go, I could play that. And then he goes into stuff that you go, wow, that was clever. You know? Very nice vibrato on the string there. That is such a pretty run he does. In case you didn't know, that's Ren.
Our story, it starts right at the end. At the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go?
Nice grit.
He melted into the black night just like snow.
Ooh, that was cool. Something that most people
Patrick,
wouldn't
man,
think.
let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away. Hey, babe, you in? Nah, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch, for fuck's sakes!
Okay, let me pause right there. Little point I want to make. By the way, the inventiveness of the doing the knocking on the guitar and things like that. I know other people have done it, but just the way he incorporates so many little things. The other thing I like, for one, the way someone who is like the Screech character, who I thought Jenny and Screech was going to be a love story. I was mistaken. But I've known people like that who, you know, would call someone just being all happy and all that until something didn't go their way, and then they just fly off the handle and like, yo, bitch, what the hell? You know? And so we've all known someone like that, I think. But another thing I want to point out is I had mentioned last video how good of an actor he is. And someone was saying, well, he's not acting. And it's like, yes, he's acting, because whether he's lived this experience before or not, or is conveying something that he has already done before, you still have to act out those emotions that you had at that time. Even if you're feeling them when you sing it again, it's still acting. And he is a really good actor. That doesn't mean that he's not feeling these things when he's singing them and conveying what he felt. But hopefully you all see the distinction.
Sinister in mind that does away.
Oh, let me go up just a little bit.
Around yours for a few moments.
There we go.
I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes! Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight.
Okay, no, don't worry, because I'm going back here when he starts that. One thing I want you to notice is the guitar playing he's doing behind it could just be simple, just dun 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 dun. But he's throwing in these little trills, dun 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 dun. And the little trills are what make him Ren as opposed to someone else.
Listen. Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's just brilliant. And the camera going down. Oh, that's great.
Story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying 1 street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Oh, what a pretty chord choice there. And then leaving the camera at the angle as he leaves the screen and just going, that's just good storytelling right there. Like I said a minute ago, I thought that this was going to be like a love story, like Frankie and Johnny, you know, different sides of the track and that kind of thing, or, you know, but that was just brilliant. And the other thing I want to notice is, you know, sometimes it gets a little dark in places, sometimes light. I don't know how long it took them to scope out where they were going to walk to and how the light was going to play, and if they set the camera, you know, on just, I'm sure it wasn't on auto settings to where it would adjust for the light as it went. They did a beautiful, beautiful job of accommodating all the different light sources. So, anyway, let's go on, shall we? So I guess this is Violet. Yes. Violet has a tail? Is it a prehensile monkey tail? Okay. Don't be an idiot, Ken. Go back and listen to the guitar and quit making jokes. He does have a very folk style to his playing. Kind of Renaissance-y, and no pun intended on the Ren part. That is a cool style there. I mean, I know it's just tapping, but the plucking the bass string, very cool. Ooh. And the reverb on his ooh-hoos, which went really nice place right there, is very pretty reverb.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beeps and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
That was pretty good. Oh. Okay, now that to me seems like a natural place to pause it for a second. One thing I like about the fact that he does these one takes is not every note is perfect, because you get the ones where he, where the string isn't held down perfectly or the finger is a little bit off of it and you get a little plunk instead of a pling. And to me, that just adds. I also like the cool tone of this section. And one last thing. I wanted to comment on the mic that he uses to pick up his vocals. The little lavalier type mic. That does a wonderful job of picking up his vocals and not picking up a bunch of clothes moving and that kind of thing, because some of them do.
Our lady weeps, she's tired of London City, far from pretty. 2005, a lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beats and bloodstained sheets. Our lady weeps, she's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
That's my favorite part of that whole opening. See here, dead string right there. That was good. I like. I don't know why I like that. It's as dead as Jenny and Screech.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16.
Okay, I got to move that back again because I thought what just happened there was gorgeous. The fact that, for one thing, the camera following him around to where it's behind him as he goes out the door, I thought was really clever. But my favorite thing about this is when he gets into the hallway and gets into the more expansive area, it's like they went ahead and used the natural echo from the staircase or the large area and blended it with whatever echo or whatever reverb they're using on his voice. Made for a beautiful moment.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent stars.
Listen to
her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance.
I need to run that back. I want to hear what he said there. Paint her black and blue and, was it dark? I'm going to turn the subtitles on just so I can see what he says.
Her black and blue and dark.
Okay.
Girl, she moved out at 16. A
All right. Sorry about that. I've understood every other word but that one. Once again, the moving through. Oh, and by the way, when he came up the stairs and all that, give the cameraman some credit. Because I'm sure he had to back up the stairs, I'm sure he was using a Steadicam type setup. But still, really nice camera work.
Every night he took her tie, but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark.
I love his little taps.
Never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance.
What a nice line.
Violet Why you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes. But her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone.
I know you all don't want me to pause here. I want to go back and hear it again. What I like is the way he does the knocking and the phrasing of what he's saying in time, but it doesn't feel, he's still doing the talking, but it's in time with the rhythm and all that. So you still feel the rhythm driving as he's going. And I used to know a guy that used to peel his eyelids back and leave them like that, and it was really creepy looking. It was when we were kids. You do weird shit when you're kids.
Who comes to dance? Violet, why you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes. But her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood splat, bone crack, knick knack, paddy whack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to miss the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess, he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I wanna do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet.
That was so... I just want to talk. That was so. And you're right. He is a brilliant genius of an artist. I had no doubt about that after High Ren, but that was music writing at its best, combined with. And don't take this wrong, but musical theater when it's at its best. Because there are some very dark musical theater things. And if you're able to combine those things, have the darkness, the rhythms, the storytelling, that he so painted the picture of what happened to Violet in such a detailed but beautiful way. And that's the thing. What he is a master of, to me, in just the couple videos I've watched, is painting a dark but beautiful picture. And the beauty lies in the way he portrays it, if that makes any sense. But anyway, let me get back to it because, man, that was just beautiful. And once again, great acting on his part, because he is acting as different characters here. And the look when he realized that Violet wasn't making any sound because she couldn't make any sound. It was a great look. Oh, are we back to present? That's what he did? Oh. Okay, so when he went up, it was going back in time, and now he descended back, and it's coming forward in time, which is really interesting. I'm assuming that's what's happening.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight,
I just had a chill.
please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins aligned side by side. A girl named Jenny.
Oh, I thought so.
And a boy named Screech.
Wait. He did say twins, right?
By side.
Wow. That was an incredible piece of storytelling. So, y'all weren't kidding. I mean, obviously, I love that. It's storytelling at its best. And I am glad that everybody said to watch the three of them in a row together, because I don't think they would have had as much poignancy and power separated. They would have been nice stories on their own, but you put them all together, do it in one sitting, and you get the full impact of it. And I did not see that end part coming. So, now I don't know if this is based on any true story or if it's just a story he's telling. So I'm sure that you all will let me know. I do marvel at the fact that all of these are just straight up, and that the storytelling and the camera work and the filming and the directing of the video, if you want to call it that, because I'm sure that him and Samuel, work out the direction together ahead of time. All of it works so well together and is so creative in so many ways that you don't see from many people. Okay, the next thing I do is not going to be Money Game, because that's another like 3-parter or whatever. It is going to be something with 79 in it, I think, is the deal. Anyway, that is where we are at, and I look forward to the next one. Like I say, Money Game will not be the next one. It will be the one after that, most likely. And I haven't watched his 1 million subscriber thing yet. I do plan on it at some point. That's not going to be a reaction. I'm just going to watch it to get more of his background and all that, more than just from everything people have said in the comments. So like I said, don't bother leaving in the comments about all of his history unless you know something that everybody else doesn't, because I have gotten a ton of that, and I will be referring back to the Ren video for that. But feel free to make your suggestions. Tell me something about this video if you know something interesting, and I will see you the next time. Thank you all for your support, and I will try to keep making you happy, because I know when I watch reaction videos, it makes me happy most of the time. You have a great day, great night, and great life. See you next time. Bye.